Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, I want to say good afternoon. My name is Honorable Akitunde Olajide, the Chairman House Committee on Local Government, Chieftaincy Matters, and State Honors, and of course, the party whip of the House, PDP. I am blessed to have 26 members at the Night Assembly, and of course, real blessed to have another 28 members, and that is the best ever. Thank you. I won't proceed on this report without taking a simple permission from the Right Honorable Speaker for to a little bit eulogize my team, because I knew we have done a fantastic job. Sir, I want to appreciate the tenacity, the focus, the energy, the professionalism, the passion of my team. I won't take a permission, sir, and it will be good for us to be focused. So I want to personally appreciate the Vice Chairman of the Committee, Honorable Bala, the majority leader of the House, which is the member of the committee, of course, the Mabaje of our Honorable Mabaje from Ido, and of course, Honorable Wulabi, which I strongly believe is a strong man. And of course, Baba Peter, and the last person but not the least is Honorable Parinde. And I won't forget the effort of the committee clerk, Comrade Tijani. On that mission, it was very tedious because it was going through the period of festive period. And of course, we have to prepare for the budget as well. On this note, I want to appreciate my team. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The committee report. The report of the Committee on Local Government, Chieftaincy Matters, and State Honors that oversight on the 33 local governments and LCDs to have on the spot assessment of air-moving equipment in possession of local governments in the state from Wednesday 16th to Monday 18th December 2023. On Wednesday 18th October 2023, that the Committee of Local Chieftaincy Matters and State Honors oversight on all 33 local governments and 35 SCDs to have all assessment of earth-moving equipment and other activities of the local government and council development areas of the state. 1.2. The committee embarked on the oversight from Wednesday 6th to Monday 18th December 2023 and interacted with the chairman, political and management team of each local government and local government council development area on the earth-moving equipment, ad hoc staff, estate, and internally generated revenue. So, findings and observations. Engage the management team of each local government and local government development areas in the state below the findings and observations of the committee. The 2.1, I think we all have the documents with us. It runs through the pages 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I will urge the honorables to try and look inward and see what your earth-moving equipment is in your constituency. Having said that, I will quickly run through 2.2, which is the ad hoc staff. The committee inquired on ad hoc staffs across local government and local government development areas and observed that the sum of 17,000 across board is being paid as a monthly take-home for the ad hoc staff in all local governments and local government council development areas in the state. Recommendations. Having oversight 33 local government and 35 LCDs in the state, the committee hereby recommends for the approval of the House as follows. That 1. The executive arm of the government through the Ministry of Local Government to be urged as a matter of urgency to coordinate the repair of all serviceable earth-moving equipment in all local government and LCDAs in the suppliers of the machines for the repairs. 2. All chairmen of the local government should ensure that earth-moving equipment had broken down and outside their domain be returned back to the local government secretariats within 3 weeks. 3. All local government and local government council development areas should consider increment of monthly take-home for their ad hoc staffs from 17,000 to 35,000 to enable them cope with the economic hardship in the country. 4. Local governments should look inward to increase their IGRA through establishment of new estates in their local government and invest more on agricultural, especially local governments in the agrarian areas. Mr. Speaker, I beg to report.
The leader.
Mr. Speaker and esteemed colleague, permit me to further commend the chairman of the House Committee on Local Government, although he has done that by himself. So I will not, I will not waste much of time on that one, but I want to commend the other committee member for equally supporting and cooperating with him, for giving all this wonderful and comprehensive report. May the Lord bless you all. Mr. Speaker, having said that, I want to move that the report submitted to be received by this House for further consideration, if there are any. Okay, Mr. Speaker, permit me to move that the report should be received, adopted, and accepted. Mr. Speaker, I so submit.
Okay,
you cannot observe, you are part of the committee. Okay, you are part of the committee, you cannot observe.
Okay, should we just receive the report? Let's receive the report. Let's receive the report, then we can.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, I want to amend my submission that report to be first received.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I write to second the motion moved by the House that, by the leader of the House, that this House do receive the report of, do receive and adopted receive the committee, the report of Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Matter that oversee the 33 local government and 35 LCAs on the sport assessment, earth-moving equipment and position of local government in the state. I so second.
Those in favor that the House do receive the reports as standing by the chairman, a House Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters, for us to receive it for further deliberation, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Comments on the report? Security. Okay, no. Any Honorable Jimo?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, good afternoon. I thank the chairman of the Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Matter. But from the report given, it shows obviously that the tension of the state government by putting in place all these machines have been defeated. I viewed through all these reports, less than 20% of the machineries in the respective local government areas and their SCDs are functional. Having this, I think it's highly indispensable for this House to align quickly with the recommendation of this committee that the executive arm of the government through Ministry of Local Government be urged as a matter of urgency to ensure all these equipments are well functioning so that the aim at which the Oyo State government put in place to have them will be achieved. Take for instance, we have the low bed, grader, bulldozer, and the likes. If they are well functioning, it will lift the heavy load on the state government by grading our local government roads. The last time we met with the governor, he made it known that you give an instruction that every local government areas to have 10-kilometer roads to be graded. Until now, a little number of them are able to do that. It's now so this morning that these are the major reasons whereby they are unable to do it. These machines are to be used for doing this assignment. So, Honorable House, I beg that we should quickly do things in order to make it done.
Okay.
By allowing the recommendation 1 to be done. Thank you.
Honorable Babalola.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I really appreciate the local government committee for a job well done. Sincerely speaking, the resolution, they were bullet points, straight to the point. What I want us to also look at, okay, I'm from Ibadan North East Constituency 1. I represent the good people of Ibadan North East Constituency 1.
Your name?
My name is Babaola Abiodun. Now, most of these earth-moving equipment, they are just like a body system. If you are not engaging them, they are liable and very prone to being damaged. Most of these equipment, when they are far away in the local governments, sometimes when there is a need for a rent, some people turn it down. Not all of them rent. They said they don't want to move it outside their place. Because there was an argument that they should send a message to local government not to rent. They have to rent if you want all the part of those equipment to be active. That, I put it to the people, the committee member and the local government. Then I love that area of 17,000 to 35,000 for ad hoc. In fact, I'm really impressed because you did a very good work. Because we call them an ad hoc, they patronize the same market that the speaker patronized. They patronize the same market that His Excellency patronized. Yes. So, because we just need to factor the financial strength of these people we are engaging because we are expecting a quality service from them. I went to market with my wife last week and, and she went to get a scent leaf and water leaf. And when he brought it into the car, I said, "What is this?" She told me that this thing worth 1,000, this thing worth 1,000. I wonder. Please, I think as a matter of urgency, we need to actually address, even if it's possible to exceed that 17 to 35, I would advise that we should throw our way behind that. Thank you very much.
Chief Whip.
Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, Denga Oyekola is my name. I represent Atiba State Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I want to join my previous speaker, my colleagues, in commending this committee for the job well done. Honestly, if not for the chairman that has commended the members, we would have loved to mention your name one by one and commend you for the job. We are still having your feelings, even at the local government up till now. And when you came back, we feel you, we felt you. So you did a wonderful job. But Mr. Speaker, my observation is this. Some SCDA carries no report. From this your table, some SCDA, they don't have a report. We don't know what really happened. Like we have Soro SCDA, we have Rulere South SCDA. Are they telling us that they don't have any earth-moving equipment? I'm aware of some SCDA that have earth-moving equipment. Like Soro, they have grader. Soro has grader. What was their report? Mr. Speaker, I organized a town hall meeting 2 weeks ago. We were trying to deliberate on how to get the rural road graded. And we inquired from the two local governments, the main council and the SCD, about the earth-moving equipment we are discussing. Soro made us to believe that they have grader, but here there is no grader. And he said it's in good condition. It's part of what we are trying to hang on by the time we want to commence grading of roads. Apart from that, Mr. Speaker, recommendation number 1, the executive arm of government through Ministry of Local Government be ought to, as a matter of urgency, coordinate the repair of all serviceable earth-moving equipment in non-local government and LCD in the state by inviting the supplier. Equipment that has been supplied how many years ago? Do they try to convince you that the MOU they sign, does that contain part of their MOU that is only the supplier that can come and service their earth-moving machine? Because I can tell this honorable as that no machine in the local government is bought 15, 20 years ago. So if a supplier will have to come down again to come and do the servicing, I don't think they will do anything. I don't think they will do. We should stop at moving equipment in all local government and LCD be service either through the Ministry of Local Government or by the directive of the executive or by the directive of this house, in order not to allow them to have an excuse, an escaping route, that it is the supplier that has not been coming, and that is why we have not been putting them into use. We should be careful of that. And recommendation number 2, that 3 weeks ultimatum starts when? So that we will help you in calculating the date. So we will serve as your watchdog. Is it 3 weeks after this report or 3 weeks after you might have left their local government? Those are my observations, Mr. Speaker.
Dear Alami.
Mr. Speaker, sir, my name is Honorable Dawood Olalere Dialemi, representing Ibadan Northwest State Constituency. Well, I also want to join my colleagues in appreciating the committee for the work well done. But having said this, unfortunately, my local government was omitted, which I know that we also have the earth-moving equipment, but it was not being reported. And I want to know the reason why it's being omitted so as to have a complete report.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. In order for us to move forward, I also have I'm very interested in number 3, the recommendations of number 3, where all local governments and local council development areas should consider increment of monthly take-home of the ad hoc staff from 17,000 to 35,000 to enable them to cope with the economic hardship in the country. As a matter of fact, I think it's very important. I think it's something that should be looked into immediately. If other, government, public servants are, enjoying benefit of SAFER, they are enjoying the benefit of the minimum wage, then there's no way that we shouldn't consider the ad hoc staff. Just because the ad hoc staff doesn't mean that they are not adding to the progress or productivity of the state. So thereby, aside from this recommendation that you said, the House also wants to mandate the Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy to call all relevant stakeholders in pursuing the increment of the ad hoc staff's increment of their salary from 17,000 to 35,000. That means call all the stakeholders, put all the machinery in place in order for them to actively raise a memo to increase the ad hoc staff fee from 17,000 to at least the barest minimum. Once they do that, politically, I'm sure we will have the political will to push it over the line. But call all the relevant stakeholders, let them start working on the increment. The same way we worked on the increment for the councillors is the same way that we believe that the ad hoc staff to also be entitled to an increment, especially at this very difficult time. For the recommendation of the first recommendation is for the to serviceable earth moving equipment. Well, we can find a one-stop solution on, for all this equipment. Also, within this your new assignment, find out how we can go about it. Is there any sort of guarantee from the suppliers in the first place? Because sometimes suppliers give guarantee of either the amount of work the equipment will go through or the amount of time the equipment will spend. I remember that it was during the probably 2018 to 2019 that those equipments were distributed to all local governments. I remember when I first came into the House, they were all packed behind the governor's office, behind our complex here. So I'm pretty certain that it was around 2019 that these equipment were distributed. When were they purchased? What is the agreement to these things? Is there any guarantee that came with this equipment? And even if the time as of now has lapsed, the most important thing is when the equipment developed the issue. Was it before the guaranteed time or the guaranteed effort by the machines? Let's know what the case is. But even though that is not even an option, let's look for a, tractor companies that service these tractors to see what it can be to do everything holistically in order for us to move forward in this part. So I'll put it to the leader to move for the adoption of the recommendation, and then as long as the House Committee on Local Government understand their new assignment in pursuing the increment of the ad hoc, we can move forward.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, I want to move for the adoption and acceptance of the recommendation on the report as submitted by the chairman as amended. Distinguished colleague, I so submit.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I like to second the motion moved by the leader of the House that this House to consider the report and accept the report of the Committee on Local Government as slated on this report. As to second.
As a passing, I think it's like SLCD, they've auctioned all their, I think that's the only local government they auctioned all their. A motion has been moved and seconded. Those in favor that the recommendations within this report be adopted, well, the recommendations as amended within this report should be adopted by this honorable House. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The last motion is actually very, very important. It's a very important motion that was raised by Honorable B.G. Adebayo and the majority leader. But because of the
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, in fear of other pressing state issue, I'd like to move for adjournment of this sitting till Thursday, 8th day of February, 2024 by 10 a.m. Distinguished colleague, I shall submit.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I write to second the motion moved by the leader of the House that we should adjourn the sitting till 8th February 2024.
say that is matter. Let's do Thursday. Thursday, move it normal. Announcement. Last announcement, the Committee on Security and Strategy would hold a brief meeting in the division room immediately after the day's sitting to deliberate on some important issues. The following honorable members should please take note and attend punctually. Honorable L.I. Jimo, Honorable Ari Mabaje, Honorable A.A. Olajide, Honorable O.C. Rahman, Honorable A.A. Ogundari, and Honorable A.O. Oluwafokomi. By the Chairman of the Committee, Honorable D. Olalere. That being said, those in favor that the House should adjourn till Thursday, the 8th of February, 2024 by 10 a.m. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.